Hello and welcome back to the channel. Sorry if the audio is a little weird today. I have my microphone hooked up to just this hand cream because my sweater is too delicate for the magnetic microphone. So if the audio is like really off this week, I do apologize. I thought it would be fun to do a top 3 in every category. I can only choose 3 products maximum, and I'm gonna have Sephora open on my phone just so I can see the makeup categories. My top 3 foundations, that's actually a pretty easy one. So I have 2 purchases and 1 PR foundation. My 2 purchased foundations are the Refi Skin Tint. This is the shade 130N, and the Pat McGrath Labs foundation. This is the shade Light 2. I am working my way through this. I do find for the type of coverage that I like in my face products, I go through this quite a bit. So I have it in my top 3, but it's still TBD if this is worth the price because like I said, I'm using like 3 pumps at a time for this product compared to my foundations where I use 1 pump. So I am suspicious that I will run through this product really, really fast just because it is that light coverage tint. But for the light coverage tint to get the amount of coverage on my face, I have a fairly decently sized face. There's a lot of skin over here, you know. I do find that I use 3 pumps. And my Pat McGrath Labs foundation, love her, bought her again. I've purchased this now twice. This is the 2nd bottle I've ever owned. I have a 3rd bottle in my backup drawer, which I don't ever recommend to anyone to do backups, but this does have cyclopentasiloxane in it. That's being banned by the EU. Pat McGrath had new investors this year after going through Chapter 11. What will happen to this foundation if it does get reformulated? That is really, really sad, but I have these 2 still in my possession. And then the last foundation, which I'm wearing today, is the Haus Labs foundation. This was PR, so I do want to let you guys know that. My tea of the day, it has a terrible name. My tea of the day is from T Squared. It's the Skinny Oolong. It's just coconut. It's a coconut oolong tea. Pretty nice. Got it yesterday. Trying it today. It's lovely. Don't know why it's called Skinny. No idea. But it smelt good in the store. It tastes good in my mouth. So that's that. Back to the foundation. I have 1 pump on my face today again. So compared to the Refi, it's still like you use way less of the product to cover your whole face. So for like the price point of the Refi, it's just, I really want to just reiterate that I have been loving it since I purchased it and have been trying it and have found myself reaching for it a lot. But I just want to caution you that the money might not go very far for the Refi compared to these 2 bottles, which go a very, 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 very long way just because you only need 1 pump to do your entire face. Okay, cool. It's gonna be so much editing. Next, we have concealer. Now, I'm not really a concealer person. This kind of discoloration you see here is just because my face does that, and that's just the natural shadow on my face. So I'm not that was very Canadian. So, don't you know? Focus Claire. Technically 3. 2 of them are from PR. So the only concealer I've purchased in my recent years is the Kulfi concealer. I don't love this concealer. I prefer the ones coming up. I do find it to be quite thick. I love the shade of this though, and I do find it does need to be blended with some type of creamy product like a strobe cream or something. Oh, I didn't do primers. I'll do it after concealers. I do find that I need to mix this to make it a little bit more serumy because my all-time favorite concealer that should be on this list is the Rose Ink concealer. Oh, it was my favorite concealer in the shade LX010. They don't sell Rose Ink anymore in Canada. big old bummer. So I'll just dream about that concealer and hopefully one day I can get my hands on it again. Oh, the Kulfi concealer is made in Canada. Fabrique au Canada. Apologies to Quebec. Okay, next is the MAC Studio Fix 36 Hour Smooth Angles Concealer. I have the shade NW5. I did talk about it in one of my videos about this product, that I feel like in this new MAC re-releasing, my god, I find that their colors were like kind of reversed. I don't know. I add pink to this because it's so yellow, and in MAC, W was supposed to be pink, but in this new formula for the W and W, it's so yellow. And we know yellow in makeup to mean warm, so I don't know. I mix in the pink color corrector for this just because the shade is ever so slightly off what I like my brightening concealers to be. And then again, PR, Haus Labs. There are two shades here, but there is a difference between them. This is shade 04, which is my shade match shade. And this one is 01, the lightest shade, which is my brightening shade and what I prefer to use as a concealer. But I did get both, and they do both work for me. So if you've wanted to try the Haus Labs concealer, the Haus Labs is made in Korea. How interesting. If you have wanted to try it and you are similar to my shades, both 4 and 1 work for me. These are the two lightest neutral shades. It is a really, really thick concealer though, just like the Kulfi. I haven't started to mix that with things to see how well it plays with other products, but it is thicker than I like my concealers to be. Now let's do primers, because I totally skipped over that. There's a lot of different ways to do makeup, and I do my makeup bases in a lot of different ways, but the two products that are specifically like priming products that I use are both purchases: Embryolisse Sensitive, because it doesn't have the fragrance, and the MAC Studio Fix 12 Hour Shine. You can see using her up. I use this. This is my third one of these. I was gonna say second, but that's not true. This is the first one in the reformulation. This used to have like a yellowy tint to it, and it's now clear. So if you're using this and it is kind of like a yellowy tint, that's the old formula. This is the new one. I find that it doesn't work as well as the older formula, but there's no longer a scent to it, and I will still probably buy it again once it's used up, because it works enough for me and my like dry to normal skin that I don't need anything more intense than the 12 Hour Mattifying. This is the Lait Crème Sensitive. Apologies to Quebec once again. It's everything. It can take a little bit of an oopsie off. It can prime your skin because it's a very light moisturizer. It plays well under all of my foundations that I use, so everything I talked about, this underneath it, no problem. I will say that this is skipped over when I do wear SPF, because you don't want to apply super oily products or like emulsions over your SPF, because that will take your SPF off. So once I do have SPF on, usually I'm not even doing makeup that day if I do have to have SPF on my face. So only really two primers. I would put strobe cream in here, but I don't reach for strobe cream enough for it to be either considered a primer, because I do mix strobe cream into my foundations as well. Like there's different ways that I use a lot of different products, so I'm just not gonna put strobe cream on the list entirely, but I do use strobe cream. Okay, what else do we have? Setting sprays, 1 purchase, 1 PR. PR, the Matte Fix Plus purchase, regular Fix Plus. I need more. This is all I have left. Oh, that's so scary. I don't really think you need this. Like this isn't, I've sprayed my face with it, and I don't know what's going to happen in the world, because since talc is being reformulated out of everything, I don't consider this to be a mattifying product. When I think of matte, I think of powdered down. I think of like baking 101. I think of putting so much powder on your face that you're airbrushed looking in a camera lens. You look crazy in real life, but in a camera, it's beautiful. This doesn't really do that, and I shake well. There's a ball in there, so you know when you're shaking it. But I find that it's not like matte. I do like how it looks, but to me, it's kind of the same as regular Fix Plus, so I use them interchangeably. I don't particularly think that this one does a magical mattifying experience, but I do use it all the time since getting it. This is my channel. I can rank things. I can rank things how I want to rank them. Okay, highlighter. Let's see which one I use the most. They're pretty much all the same. I'm gonna say this is the most used. This is PR. Oh, but I do use this one too. Which one do we think? I'm gonna leave both of these in because I don't know which one I reach for more. This is the liquid highlighter Skin Finish Light Struck in the shade Glacial. No one talks about these from MAC, but it's like a gorgeous blue highlight. They're really, really like alien and ethereal. It is somewhat different to the Lait Beige. The Lait Beige has much smaller pearls in it, so it's more natural looking. See the difference there on my hand? Can we see it up close maybe? That's the MAC. That's the Lait Beige. I would say when I want like that super gorgeous alien look, I want the MAC. And when I want something more natural, going out to dinner or something, I would say the Lait Beige. The Lait Beige does have that Chanel fragrance, which is just like roses, but I find it not too bad because on the face, like over here, you can't really smell it all that much, but it does have a scent. And then the other highlighter purchased is MAC. I use a lot of MAC. This is the shade Lightscapade in the Mineralized product line. This one can be used in a lot of different ways. You can layer this up and get that alien glow. You can use a really loose brush and you just get a very ethereal look to the skin. You can use it wet as well, but I prefer using it dry to have a really like toned down highlighting moment. I really hope MAC decides to just discontinue this product in Europe so that the rest of the world can still get the Mineralized line. This is such a staple product for so many people. Okay, next is contour, my favorite. Where is it? Right in front of me. The Sephora contour stick. I love this. I'm digging into it currently because it is as high up as it will go. I've hit the bottom of it. Love this product. It is now more expensive than when I originally purchased this 2 years ago. It's gone up by like $4, I think. I still think it's worth it at that price for the amount of time that this has lasted me. I do still think that for $21, it's still a really, really good price compared to everything else that you can find, especially with just beauty prices within Canada. This is another purchase. This is the Kaleidos Contour Trio. I'm working my way through the highlighter pan, but I do use these two contours a lot. There's 2 pans of contour in here, so I'm gonna say this counts more towards contour, even though the highlighter pan is what I use the most. So I'm counting this as a contour, even though I do use the highlighter. And then PR, the Haus Labs contour sticks. Between the 2 shades, I actually prefer the shade Chisel now that I've been using it for a while. I think Profile is just too light and the wrong tone for me. It comes off like a white gray and it's not that cool like shadow look that shadows are on my skin, which I think is a good thing because that means if you're much more pale than I am, this is a good contour shade for you. But I've been preferring Chisel and reaching for chisel to use on my face way more than profile. Color corrector, I only have two. This is purchased Makeup Forever Redness Corrector. I mix this into my foundations to get a better shade match for myself. And then this is the color corrector I mix with the MAC concealer. This is the shade Pink, a really fleshy pink. It's not like pink pink. Those are the two color correctors I use. Powder. These are the three powders I use all the time. This is it's such a horrible packaging for being in lighting, but the Rome and Back Me powder. This is just a talc powder. I don't know if I'm going to repurchase this just because of the price per gram on it. It's half the size of a standard loose powder that you find in Sephora. So I've been thinking of just getting the RCMA powder instead, and then I have a lot more for the same price. But I'm using it because it has talc, and I need my talc. The other two powders I use together to make my shade, but this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Matte Velvet Powder Foundation and the MAC reformulation, which I actually hit pan on today because I use it so much. But I have to mix these two shades together. This is shade 1N00 and shade N4 from MAC. The shade N3 is better for me, but I have to use this one up before I can get that one. And those are like my three powders. Now for blush, what do I use the most? So I have learned I kind of like liquid and stick formulations of blush more than I like a powder blush. And I think that is just coming from this kind of talc reformulation that's happening where reaching for sticks and stuff is just more better for me. Only one PR product. This is the YSL Make Me Blush Liquid in the shade 44 Nude Lavalier. I like this blush mixed with this product. This is a purchase. This is the News Handy Blush in the shade 99 Down. And together they make the prettiest blush shade. I show you on my hand. And like I thought I loved this shade of blush before, but once I mixed this gray into it, I was like, oh no, that's the move. And then depending on the amount of gray you add, you can just change up the shade as much as you want. And now it's like a really lovely muted shade. Truly can't see myself having my makeup without that 99 News shade anymore. So it has definitely changed up my makeup game. I just don't have that many liquid products right now that I can use it with, but I love it. I love that combo. And then for a stick, I have my Pat McGrath Labs Fleurotique. I love this formula. I love this product. I don't know why this product is so slept on. I think now there's a lot more balm cheek products. Like I did get the Haus Labs one in Glassy Ginger. I'm just not including it. They're very similar formulas between these two, but I'm just not including the Haus Labs because it is so new to me and I haven't really played around with it enough like the other face products to really put it in this ranking. For bronzer, I don't really use bronzer, but if I were to bronze, I actually use the MAC lipstick in the shade Stone. Love this for bronzing. And then these two products I mix together. This is the shade Biscuit from Westman Atelier. This is the shade Olay from Westman Atelier. Do I love these products? No, not even in the slightest. But I purchased them and I have to use them. Okay, now we are moving on to eyes, which is truly going to be quite difficult for me because I have a love for eye products. If you do watch my content, I'm actually not going to include my MAC custom eyeshadow palette in this top 3 video. I want the eyeshadow palette ranking to be an eyeshadow palette that you can like purchase right now, which does make this harder. I don't have that many eyeshadow palettes. I do have an eyeshadow palette ranking video, so I don't really have much to choose from. Pat McGrath Labs, I have it on my eyes today. the first Mothership palette. The first one, in my opinion, is the best one. It's the only one that you really ever need to get, in my opinion. Love this. I can get a lot of different looks out of this product. The next one is Cheer Up. This one has two names. I know it as the number 7 Closer palette. There is another name and another number for it. I don't know why Cheer Up constantly changes the numbering and names of these products. It makes it very confusing as a consumer. This one also I can get a lot of different looks out of, and I love the shimmer formulas in this one. The shades are really nice and subtle, but they are just ever so slightly different enough from one another that it can really change your look without trying too hard. And then the last palette would be the Makeup by Mario, the Neutrals palette, which I love, 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 love. We don't talk about how banged up and broken mine is. It just is. Just let it go. Maybe one day I will replace it, but the price of this palette has gone up a lot. So use gift cards, make someone else buy it for you, do anything in your power to not pay full price for this eyeshadow palette. But I do really love the colors and the saturation level of those eyeshadows. They're really, really nice. And make sure you're buying the one that is the neutrals, not the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. That one is Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the neutrals. It has to say the neutrals, otherwise you're buying the warm tone one. Now for single eyeshadow, see, this one is hard. Okay, I'm gonna choose these all MAC products. This one is purchased. This is the Paint Pot in Taylor Gray. Love this product. Love it, love it, love it. I've been using that for the longest time. I have so many single eyeshadow products that I love. Ooh, this is hard. I'm just gonna choose these two. These are from MAC. These are both PR. But this is the Multi-Sculpt in the shade Stone, which is a gorgeous one and done gray brown eyeshadow. And then this is the Dazzle Shadow in Crumbled Diamonds. Oh, which is beautiful. It's like a blue to purple liquid highlighter. I love putting it up in here in the eye swoop. Those are my choices. Those have to be my choices, and I'm moving on because I can't think about this for too long. I just have to pick the ones that I want to reach for, and then that's it. Eyebrow, I'm not really talking about because I don't have them right now, and I don't really have any eyebrow products that I overwhelmingly love, because eyebrow, when I do have eyebrows, is my least favorite makeup step. I hate doing my eyebrows. Absolutely hate it. I'm sitting here editing and I didn't talk about eyeliner. I can't believe it. Top 3 eyeliners for sure. The Makeup Forever Artist Pencil 714 Full Red. That is my red eyeliner for my waterline at all times. Second product, probably the MAC Gel Fluid Line in the black shade. It's what I use for like wing eyeliner and stuff. I'm better with gel product than like an eyeliner pen. I'm not very good with eyeliner pens. I need it to be a brush in my hand to be able to do eyeliner, a brush or a pencil. And then I don't know, it's pretty much a toss-up between the wooden pencils from MAC, either the Chromographic or Kohl pencil. Not the new one, not the Color Excess pencils. I haven't tried those yet. I've tried the retractable one. The retractable one does dry out, like mine are dry now. So I don't know if that would happen with the sharpenable version of it, but I haven't tried it, so I can't speak on it. So those would be the 3 eyeliners that would be in this video. I can't believe I forgot. I can't believe it. Mascara. So for sure, I only have 2 mascaras that are like, well, the third one I'm gonna have to put on the screen because I don't own it right now. The MAC Stack Elevated does not transfer, does not smear, does not smudge on me. I love this mascara. I'm not opening it right now because I have 4 mascaras open I love this Judy Doll dual mascara thing. One side is this crazy looking applicator and comb, and then the other side is like a little baby mascara wand. Love it. Doesn't smear, doesn't transfer on me. It's a bit delicate looking. Like I can't get this type of mascara look with this mascara, but it is a really nice mascara and does make me want to try the other formulas from this brand. And then the other one that never does me dirty and I don't need to buy in like a waterproof formula or anything is the Lancome Lash Idole Original Mascara. Love it. Have been using that one for years and years and years and years. But buy that one on sale because it is expensive. But I love that mascara. She's never done me wrong. Okay, this is the worst category. Lip products. This one's going to be hard. Let's start with lip liners. You know what? They're all going to be from MAC. These are all received in PR, but this is Stone. I've purchased Stone. It's just this physical lip liner was PR, but I have purchased this multiple times. So we have Stone, and then the lip glazer in Whirlin, the lip liner in Plum. And you know what? These three shades here, I think you can get so many different colors because you have Stone to play around with, you know, cooling down either Whirlin or Plum. That you have the ability to get so many different colors with these three shades. I'm going to say these are the top three for what I would say I reach for the most. Like as much as I want greige, I have greige on today. I think Stone is more mixable with other shades because greige does have that kind of like olivey, greeny color to it. When you mix it with other lip products, it can look a little bit whack. And I love 917 from Blend Bunny. I'm going to stick to my guns. Again, I'm going to stick with what I reached for first. Okay, for lipstick, absolutely Acting Natural. This is a purchase. Love Acting Natural. Love it. You know what? I'm going to say Modesty as well. Acting Natural, Modesty. This is the new Alone Time, also PR. Yeah. And I think those are the top three lipsticks that I use. I've retired my old Luster Glass lipsticks due to the reformulation and the shift in shades. I don't want to come up with any more content with them. I'm not going to delete any of my older content with those shades, but there's just going to be nothing new coming out with the old formulation and shade range because it'll just get too confusing. So as of August 3rd, when it was launched in North America, forward, I'm not going to have the old shades. So anyways, on my hand, we have Acting Natural, Modesty, Alone Time, Stone, Whirlin, and Plum, and then Whirlin and Plum with Stone mixed in as well for that little bit of a shift change. And those are the lip products. Oh, I guess I should do lip gloss. We'll add lip gloss onto the hand as well. I'm going to only use two in here. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Lust Gloss in Astral Moonflower, which is the blue one, which is really pretty. And then this is the Revlon Glimmer Gloss Lavender Lust. So those are the two glosses that I would say I reach for the most currently. Again, I haven't really been in a gloss mood, but I think that's mostly because these two lipsticks have that shine in them that it's like I haven't really felt the need to throw a gloss on top. Is there any other category? I don't really do lip stains, so I'm not really counting these new MAC stain glasses in this category because I have no opinion on lip stains. Lip plumper, I would just think of as in the same category as a lip gloss. Lip balm, the In the Clear from MAC is what I reach for all the time when I'm throwing on a lip balm. I'm almost done. I really like this product. I feel like more people should be aware of it. I'll wait for a sale to buy another one. This was PR. I do also like these $1 Billion Beauty lip balms. You can find these at Winners in a pack of 3. They are scented, the name of the product, so this one smells like caramel. It's creme brulee. I do find them nourishing, and I do find they last quite a long time. And the other lip balm that I'm not going to stand up to show you is the Ola Henriksen. Have been using that for a long time and have repurchased that one countless times. And I have been seeing it pop up more in Winners, so keep your eyes open. You can get it at a much better price inside of Winners. And that is the top 3 in every category, you guys. There's a lot of MAC in here. I use a lot of MAC though. I really do. I really like MAC. Hopefully it wasn't too MAC heavy for people who don't like MAC. Let me know if any of these products are in your top 3. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you think others would enjoy it, consider hyping so I can pop up in their suggested feed. If you liked me, thank you so much. Consider subscribing so I can pop up in your feed more often. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Both are Claire Cuckoo as well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.